So the footage we're going to be watching today is going to be just some footage of me ripping around Road America, but in a different car, in the BMW Z4 GT3. Honestly, probably one of the nicest BMWs that I've ever seen. I'm not a big fan of the regular BMW body style, so I really like these Z4s. But that's not really what we're going to talk about today specifically. I think an important part of the practice regime, regardless of what level you're playing at, regardless of how you feel you should be doing, there's the one component of practice like you play and play like you practice, where, take everything as seriously as you can and by all means do that, Obviously, this is racing. Go for the win as much as you can. But, a lot of times, you never know, right off the bat, maybe you get into spin and, okay, now you're just, cruising around the back stretch all on your own and in dead last place and stand no chance of getting any higher. You're not racing for the win at that point. And a lot of people would sit there and think, well, why am I here then? What am I even racing for? And I think it's important to keep in mind that at the end of the day, it's just a game. And I don't just mean that as in it's just a game, don't worry about it, bro. I mean that in more of it's a game that we're playing here. We're here for a purpose, to relax, some to take our mind off of the day, but most importantly, I think all of us are here to have fun. Regardless of what level you're playing at, regardless of what skill level you're driving at, we are all here to have fun, have a good time. And I think it's a really important part of the mindset to keep, because you never know. We all have those moments. I used to play competitive Overwatch, played in a few leagues, and you get in your own head halfway through the game and you start yelling and screaming, and it doesn't help anybody. And in racing, the nice thing is, at the end of the day, even if you're losing, you could be in dead last in the race, you're racing yourself. No matter what, you're always racing yourself. Just take a look. All right, last lap I did, a 220 or 224. Let's see if I can beat that. And even just have set up in your hotbar, pop up the delta and be like, all right, this is learning now. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna race myself and we're gonna do as good as we can. And a good part of the reason for this is the purpose of me originally racing this BMW Z4 was I was racing it with AI. And I was having an issue where I would start racing, and because I'm not used to this car, because I've been racing the GTR so much, I'd gun it off the bat, and this car is really tail happy compared to the GTR, and the Mercedes AMG is as well, and that's what I was racing before, and I switched to this thinking this would be a bit easier to handle than the Mercedes AMG was. I was very mistaken. But both those cars, if you walk on that throttle just a little bit too early coming out of a corner, you're gonna send the whole back end swinging around. You're gonna take out everybody in line beside you, and you're gonna go spinning off into the sunset. And it feels like crap even against AI, because I've raced this track in a GTR. I can run laps around this track in a GTR all day and not have a single issue. But as soon as I put myself in a new vehicle, I'm going in there and I'm thinking, okay, I'm in a new vehicle, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do really well. And then I spin out around the first corner, and immediately I feel that aggression setting in, and I have to sit and calm myself down. Say, dude, what are you doing? You're going up against AI here. There's nothing on the line. This is a new car. You are not to be expected to do amazing things with it. And it's the same thing. My race is, for me right now, it's tomorrow. Chances are for you watching this, it's going to be today. It's on Friday. January 19th. And it's my first race against other players. It's my first race in a league. I'm very much expecting to there's a practice and then a qualifying, and I'm fully expecting to qualify at the back of the grid. So I'm part of the reason I started doing these practices in this Z4. Initially it was, okay, this is another car that's really popular. I'm going to learn this car as well now in practice, so that I know what my opponents are dealing with. The idea being, okay, I could try and exploit it and stuff like that. And then as I'm driving it, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to drive it to have fun. If I'm driving the GTR, I'm pushing for lap times. I'm trying to get as fast as possible. I'm getting everything I can with my limited level of skill out of that GTR. But as soon as I was pulling this around the track, I don't need these lap times. I don't need to worry about being able to break a 2:16 with this car. So I didn't. I think the best lap I had in this whole session was a 2:18, and that was while I was trying to push it really hard, and the rest of them were like I was flying off the track, and I'm doing 2:25 was like a low one. Like it's, you come to the realization that it's not that important, and I think that's an important thing to keep in your head. Yes, it's nice to win. It's lovely to win. Everybody likes winning. But it's really important to remember to have fun. That's why we're here. And I think that's the most important thing. The most important part of any practice regime is to have fun. Remember to have fun. Drill it into your head. I'm here to have fun. And if you're doing this in your free time as a hobby and you find that you're not having fun, I think maybe it's time to take a look at it and say, okay, why am I doing this? Maybe you need to step back from doing it competitively and try and find the fun in it again. And this doesn't just go for sim racing, this goes for everything. If you're not doing something that you have specifically set aside your free time to do, then why are you doing it? And if it's not to have fun, if it's not to relax, if it's not to escape, or if it is any of those things and you find that that's not happening for you, then maybe it's time to stop. Or at least maybe it's time to go back and take it a little more casually for a while till you can find the fun in it again. I hope you enjoyed this simultaneously more and less serious video. I think taking care of our mental health and making sure we're enjoying ourselves when we're doing things like racing in our video games is a very important part of taking care of ourselves and making sure we're good. And I wanted to make sure that I stressed that just have fun. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you liked or didn't like. And if you enjoy watching me spin off into the sunset like this, then yeah, make sure you come back for the next one. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to have fun. And I'll see you guys in the next one.